I don't know how much more time you have, but you think you have time to answer some questions from
of course.
Instagram? Will Ryan ever be a bucketeer? If you don't know what a bucketeer is, it's the little name that I gave my subscribers. Will you ever be a bucketeer?
Yeah, I'm a bucketeer right now. People don't realize that.
From John Dring 196, what's your favorite horror movie?
Scream.
Scream.
I think Scream is a perfect combination of horror with right humor infused. One thing I don't like about a lot of horror movies is they take themselves way too seriously and they think they have to do that in order for fear to be generated. I think Scream has everything you want in a horror movie. It's violent, there's twists, there's fear, there's, and it's meta, like they poke fun at the horror genre a lot. I think it's great. And I also really like Evil Dead 2.
From Labu Salim, will Ryan completely come out the closet?
No. Okay. All right, man, I told you I'd be honest with you about shit. There was a time in my... And the funny thing is, I think the number one most homophobic land is YouTube comments. Yeah. So I know I'm going to get a lot of shit right now for what I'm about to be honest about. I was honest about this in one video recently. There was a period in my... Because that same year when my dad died, my ex-girlfriend of 4 to 5 years cut me out of her life. Wasn't her fault at all. I completely understood why she did it. After that, I was really trying to be in an experimental phase. So I did my thing, Craigslist guys. Craigslist is full of gay guys. So I tried out some stuff, but in the end I realized it wasn't for me. I was it was one of those things where people don't realize that I consider myself an artist. I do a lot of writing, and I experiment a lot. Even in these reaction videos, let's do something to generate a reaction out of a crowd. So I experiment, and so I went through my experimental sexual phase, and in the end I realized two main things. One, I'm not into guys, but two, the second thing was I realized I really prefer intimacy over sexuality. I know I make a lot of jokes where it looks like I'm just a horn dog pervert, but... Are you okay, baby?
Aw.
The cat heard
That's
me. But in reality, are you okay, baby? I'm sorry. But in reality, wait, I'm sorry. I'm not gay. And what else was there? I prefer intimacy. I really prefer the emotional connection as opposed to it just being sexual. I know a lot of guys, especially my age, are more about I just want to be single and fuck as many girls as possible. I realized I thought that might have been me, but that's not me at all. I really love my relationship with my girlfriend. I was telling her this when we went to breakfast on our 1 year. I love being with her more than being single. Because being in love with someone is being in love with someone who's also in love with you back is a million times more rewarding than fucking a bunch of hot girls, It's so much more. And the thing is, when you're with a girl, yeah, you're going to get temptations and desires to want to, especially if you're a guy, where you might think about it sex with another girl or sexual thoughts, sure. But, and same time, when you're single, you're going to want love. So you can't have both at the same time, unless you're a swinger, but you can't have both at the same time. And for me, I really prefer being in love over being single.
That sounds good. That's a great answer. I'm sure Veronica's happy to hear that.
Yeah, when she goes away, I'll tell you something else. No, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding, babe. See, what a lot of people don't know about me is I do a lot of personal development. I listen to a lot of audio. I've read many books. And because, when you go through a lot of crap, you have to do a lot of self-rewiring and self-motivation. So I've had to really develop my mind and feelings over time. And I'm really good with hearing quotes and breaking them down and really applying them into my life rather than just being a guy who posts a cool quote on Facebook. I like to actually apply that shit. The reason I'm bringing all this up is because I really feel that if someone not just thinks about something long enough but really feels that they're going to attain that or get it. I've seen it in myself. I've seen it with a billion other people. Like Tyrone Magnus, for example, if we're going to talk about YouTube. Tyrone is going to get to 1 million subscribers. He grows incredibly fast because that's what he thinks about. That's where his heart is at. He really wants that goal That's why he's growing faster than everyone else, is because that's his focus. My focus is on 1 million subs. So I'm not getting as many subs as him, but at the same time, what I do want, I am receiving. You know, for me, I'm all about retention, meaning how many of my subs are actually watching the video. There's times where you're like, man, I have over 200,000 followers and only 20,000 people watch this. You know, so I try to like make content good enough where people, or as many of the people that are already subscribed, will continue to keep watching the video. So that's why like Tyrone and I can be similar in views, even though he's like 100,000 plus more ahead of me in subs. We can be similar in views because that's my focus, instead of gathering a bunch more subs.
All right, Ryan writes deep. Who would have knew? All right.
All right, cool, man. This was fun. This
is great.
When you want a Q&A, then I'm going to interview you. Let me interview you. I'll jot down my questions and shit. But no, I mean, thanks for sharing some personal stuff with me too, man. Like, it was really cool for you to like open up, because it's so weird for those, like anyone who does comedy or whatever, they can pick up when someone has pain. But for those who don't do comedy, they just expect, like they always expect me to be like laughing and shit, or that's why when I give a reaction where I'm not like cracking up, they're like, what the hell's wrong with you? Or are you serious? Are you in a bad mood? I've cried many times. I've cried at least 4 to 5 times on my channel. Like, I'm talking, not like a tear. It's like I'm bawling my eyes out. It's like those moments. I try to just keep certain things real. I'm very sarcastic. I make a lot of jokes, but I like to be real, and I see it. I see when you do videos, there's a very genuine side to you too, which is very admirable. It makes sense why when I first heard of your channel, you were at 2,000 subs. Now where are you at? You're like 18,000?
Yeah, 18,000.
Yeah, man, that's fucking incredible. My first year, I ended with 1,700 followers. That was it. 1 year, 1,700 followers, a little over 1,000 views. So it's pretty good. My second year, I just I ended with 70,000 that year. But first year, it's incredible to hear where you're at. I can only imagine where you'll be by your second year. Anyway, man, yeah, I should probably bounce, but I do want to say that if this is your first time seeing ImDontai, I know I always say subscribe to this person's channel, but do yourself a favor. Check out his channel. If you like the videos, subscribe right away, as I guarantee you that most of you, at least, will really like his content. So if you haven't seen his videos, really check them out. He's going to be releasing a roast about me. Hopefully I gave him some real personal information to use about me. And I'm going to be doing my little roast about him after I see what he has to do. But hopefully dumbasses out there realize this is all in good fun.
All a joke. I know when this roast comes out, people are going to probably think I am the meanest person.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, wow, this is not the Dante I subscribe to.
I'm so hoping that kind of attention finally diverts from me to you. So, yeah, that would be nice, actually. Because I just look like a bad person. But
all right. Yeah, thanks for this. This was amazing. And I guess to the future, I guess.
To the future. Yes. I don't know what you're doing, but yeah. All right, cool, man. It was lovely. It was lovely talking with you. Thanks for talking to me, man, and we'll keep in touch.
All right.
All right, bye, man.